Hi, my name is Ethan Anthony, and this is day 170 of the Dictionary Audiobook Project. And we're back again. Fourth video for the day. We're really making progress, I promise you. I promised you, all my viewers, that we would be ahead, and we are catching up. I swear. This is a second Celsius. Why am I drinking a Celsius this late? Mind your business. That's a joke. That's a joke. I love you guys. I love you guys a lot. There's some writing I want to do. I went, and the time between my last video and this video, I got a shower. Thank you for noticing. I went on a walk with my roommate Steven. Shout out Steven. And my friend and neighbor Isabella. Shout out Isabella. I'm pointing out because she lives above me. For context. And then I had an idea for a short story that I'm going to try to write. Steven is an editor for a literary magazine. Assistant editor. Well, actually, he's an editor nonetheless. The point being, and they had a call for submissions that was due on Friday, this past Friday. And I said I was going to submit something. I didn't have any good ideas. I had one short story that I was going to maybe revise, but like the idea of reading something that I wrote like 3 years ago makes me want to like hurl. But I had an idea for something that I may try. The theme is family and children, so I'm going to try to see what I could do there. Could be cool. It'll be fun. But there's also a bunch of other stuff I need to do, so I will see which takes priority first. The point being, I need a little boost of energy. Like a boom, that'd be relevant on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? We all know about that. About Big Justice and AJ from TikTok, the Costco guys. They have the viral TikTok. We're Costco guys. Of course, we gotta get a chicken bake, and then the kid's name is Big Justice. He eats the chicken bake. That's right. It's Big Justice. Yeah. And then the dad's name's AJ, and AJ's like, we're Costco guys. Of course, we gotta get a double chunk chocolate chip cookie. And they're the best. I love the Costco guys, and I've never been to Costco once in my life. I was a Sam's Club kid. Never been to a Costco. But whenever I see those TikToks and I see that chicken bake, let me tell you guys, makes me want to get a Costco membership. Or break into a Costco. That's a joke. I would never break into a Costco. But also, I don't want to buy a Costco membership, so I'm just going to have to dream. I'll have to dream. Yeah. Nice shirt, by the way. My shirt. This is for Babyland General Hospital. It's near Helen, Georgia. Is it Helen? I'm pretty sure it's Helen, Georgia. That's a place that's made to look like a big hospital. And it's supposed to be the birthplace of the Cabbage Patch Kid. The person who made the Cabbage Patch Kids was from that area. They built this giant hospital. And as it's a memorabilia, it's mainly a big store. But the cool thing about it is there is a tree. There's a fake tree in the back. And every, I believe, 20 minutes, they do a Cabbage Patch Kid birth, right? Where they talk about how the cabbage leaves are dilating. And then one of the hospital employees brings out a Cabbage Patch Kid, and someone gets to name them. And I didn't get to, but I did see the Cabbage Patch Kid being born, and I got the shirt. So, life's good. It's a cool place. It's and also Helen, Georgia is a really nice small town, so I recommend it. I had an idea for an anthology series that took place in a town similar to Helen, Georgia, but I'll come back to that, I'm sure. But, I have so many ideas, but we should focus on our current projects. One of them being reading the dictionary. So, let's get to it. Our first word of this episode is going to be hack. Hack. Hack, 1, verb. 1, to cut or sever with repeated irregular blows. 2, to cough in a short, dry manner. 3, to manage successfully. Also tolerate. Can't hack the pressure. 4, to gain access to a computer or a computer system illegally. Hack, 2, noun. 1, implement for hacking. 2, a short, dry cough. 3, a hacking blow. 4, an act or instance of gaining access to a computer system illegally. Hack, 3, noun. 1, a horse hired or used for varied work. 2, a horse worn out in service. 3, a light, easy, often 3-gated saddle horse. 4, a hackney taxi cab. 5, a person who works solely for mercenary reasons, especially a writer working solely for commercial success. Hack, adjective. Hack, 4, verb, to operate a taxi cab. Hacker, noun. 1 that hacks, also a person unskilled at something. 2, an expert at using a computer. 3, a person who illegally gains access to, sometimes tampers with information in a computer system. There's also a Death Grip song, the best Death Grip song on their album Money Store. I'm in your area, I'm in your area. Hacky, noun, a taxi cab driver. Hackle, noun. 1 of the long feathers on the neck or back of a bird. 2, plural, hairs as on a dog's neck that can be erected. 3, plural, temper, dander. Hackman, noun. Hacky. Hackney, 1, noun. 1, a horse for riding or driving. 2, a carriage or automobile kept for hire. Hackney, 2, verb, to make trite. Hackneyed, adjective, lacking in freshness or originality. Hackneyed slogans. Hacksaw, noun, a fine-toothed saw on a frame for cutting metal. Hackwork, noun, work done on order, usually according to a formula. Had, past and past participle of have. Haddock, noun, plural, noun, an Atlantic food fish, usually smaller than the related cod. Hades, noun, 1, the abode of the dead in Greek mythology. 2, often not capitalized, hell. Heem, chiefly British variation of heme. This is spelled H-A-E-M, not H-E-M-E. That's the American. Hematite, British variation of hematite. This one again is spelled H-A-E-M as opposed to the H-E-M. Hafnium, noun, a gray metallic chemical element. Haft, noun, the handle of a weapon or tool. Hag, noun, 1, an ugly or evil-looking old woman. 2, which one? H-A-G, abbreviation, Haggai, or Haggy. Haggy, noun, see Bible table. Haggard, adjective, having a worn or emaciated appearance. Haggard faces. Synonyms, careworn, wasted, drawn. Haggardly, adverb, haggardness, noun. Haggis, noun, a traditionally Scottish dish made of the heart, liver, and lungs of a sheep or a calf minced with sweet onions, oatmeal, and seasonings. Haggle, verb, to argue in bargaining. Haggler, noun. I look so tired. I am. Hagiographa, noun, plural, see writings. Hagiographic, adjective, of or relating to hagiography, especially excessively flattering. Whew, man. Hagiography, noun, 1, biography of saints or venerated persons. 2, idolizing biography. Hagiographer, noun. Haiku, noun, an unrhymed Japanese verse form of 3 lines containing usually 5, 7, and 5 syllables respectively. Also a poem in this form. Hail 1, noun. 1, precipitation in the form of small lumps of ice. 2, something that gives the effect of falling hail. Hail 2, verb. 1, to precipitate hail. 2, to pour down and strike the hail. Hail 3, interjection, used to express acclamation. Hail 4, verb. 1, salute, greet. 2, summon. Hail 5, noun. 1, an expression of greeting, approval, or praise. 2, hearing distance. Hail Mary, noun. 1, a salutation and prayer to the Virgin Mary. 2, a long forward pass in football thrown as a final attempt to score. Hailstone, noun, a pellet of hail. Hailstorm, noun, a storm accompanied by hail. Hair, noun, a thread-like outgrowth, especially from the skin of a mammal, also a covering or growth of hairs of an animal, or a body part. Haired, adjective. Hairless, adjective. Hairbreadth or hair's breadth, noun, a very small distance or margin. Hairbrush, noun, a brush for the hair. Haircloth, noun, a stiff, wiry fabric used especially for upholstery. Haircut, noun, the act, process, or style of cutting and shaping the hair. Hairdo, noun, hairstyle. Hairdresser, noun, person who dresses or cuts hair. Hairdressing, noun. Hairline, noun. 1, a very thin line. 2, the outline of the hair on the head. Hairpiece, noun. 1, supplementary hair as an extension used in some hairstyles. 2, toupee. Hairpin, noun. 1, a U-shaped pin to hold the hair in place. 2, a sharp U-shaped turn in a road. Hairpin, adjective. Hair-raising, adjective, causing terror or astonishment. Hair splitter, noun, 1 who makes excessively fine distinctions in reasoning. Hair splitting, adjective or noun. Hairspray, noun, a liquid sprayed onto the hair to hold it in place. Hairstyle, noun, a way of wearing the hair. Hairstyling, noun. Sorry, I got a LinkedIn notification. Hairstylist, noun, hairdresser. Hair trigger, adjective, immediately responsive to the slightest stimulus. Hairy, adjective, 1 covered with or as if with hair. 2, tending to cause nervous tension, a few hairy moments. 3, difficult to deal with. Hairiness, noun. Hairy woodpecker, noun, a common North American woodpecker with a white back that is larger than the similarly marked downy woodpecker. Hajj, noun, a pilgrimage to Mecca prescribed as a religious duty for Muslims. Haji, noun, 1 who has made a pilgrimage to Mecca, often used as a title. Hake, noun, any of several marine food fishes related to the cod. Halala, noun, see ryle at money table. Halbert, also halberts, noun, a weapon especially of the 15th and 16th centuries consisting of a battle axe and a pike on a long handle. They're pretty cool. Halcyon, adjective, 1, calm, peaceful, a halcyon lake. 2, being a time of happiness, success, or prosperity. Sorry, let me move my legs real quick. There we are. Hale, 1, adjective, free from defect, disease, or infirmity. Synonyms, healthy, sound, robust, well. Hail 2, verb, 1, haul, pull. 2, to compel to go. Holler, noun, see karuna at money table. Half 1, noun, 1 either of 2 equal parts into which something is divisible. 2, 1 of a pair. Half 2, adjective, 1 being 1 of 2 equal parts. 2 amounting to nearly half. 3, partial and complete. Half, adverb. Half and half, noun, something that is half one thing and half another. Half-ass, verb, slang, often vulgar, use something poorly due to lack of care or effort. Half-assed, adjective. And that is a fire truck. Let it pass. Let it pass. Sorry, just letting that pass. Where was I? Yeah, doing a half-assed. Half-back, noun. 1, a football back stationed on or near the flank. 2, a player stationed immediately behind the forward line. Half-baked, adjective. 1, poorly planned. 2, lacking common sense. 3, not thoroughly baked. Half-brother, noun. A brother related through one parent only. Half-cocked, adjective, lacking adequate preparation. Half-dollar, noun. 1, a coin representing 1/2 of a dollar. 2, the sum of 50 cents. Half-hearted, adjective, lacking spirit or interest. Half-heartedly, adverb. Half-heartedness, noun. Half-life, video game reference, Half-Life. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Okay, those are all dumb. Half-life, noun. The time required for half of something, as atoms or a drug, to undergo a process. Half-mast, noun. A point about halfway down from the top of the mast or staff. Half-note, noun. A musical note equal in time to 1/2 that of a whole note. Half-penny, noun. A formerly used British coin representing 1/2 of a penny. Half-pint, adjective, of less than average size. Half-pint, noun. Half-sister, noun. A sister related through one parent only. Half-sole, noun. A shoe extending from the shank forward. Half-sole, verb. Half-staff, noun. Half-mast. Half-steep. Half-step, noun. A musical interval equivalent to 1/12 of an octave. Half-time, noun. An intermission between halves of a game. Half-track, noun. A motor vehicle propelled by an endless chain-track drive system, especially such a vehicle lightly armored for military use. Half-truth, noun. A statement that is only partially true, especially one that deliberately mixes truth and falsehood. Halfway, adjective. 1 midway between 2 points. 2 partial 1. Halfway, adverb. Half-wit, noun. A foolish or imbecilic person. Half-witted, adjective. Half-wittedness, noun. Halibut, noun. Any of several large edible marine flatfishes. Halite, noun. Rock salt. Halitosis, noun. The condition of having fetid breath. Hall, noun. 1, the residence of a medieval king or noble. Also, the house of a landed proprietor. 2, a large public building. 3, a college or university building. Also, dormitory. 4, lobby. Also, corridor. 5, auditorium. Hallelujah, interjection. Used to express praise, joy, or thanks. Hallmark, noun. 1, a mark put on an article to indicate origin, purity, or genuineness. 2, a distinguishing characteristic. Hallow, verb. 1, consecrate. 2, revere, venerate. Our hallowed leader. Hallowed, adjective. Halloween, noun. The evening of October 31st, observed especially by children in merrymaking and masquerading. Hallucinate, verb. To have hallucinations or experiences as a hallucination. Hallucination, noun. Perception of objects with no reality due usually to use of drugs, as LSD, or to disorder of the nervous system. Also something so perceived. Synonyms: delusion, illusion, mirage. Hallucinatory, adjective. Hallucinogen, noun. A substance that induces hallucinations. Hallucinogenic, adjective or noun. Hallway, noun, 1 an entrance hall, 2 corridor. Halo, noun, 1 a circle of light appearing to surround a shining body, as the sun. 2 the aura of glory surrounding an idealized person or thing. Halogen 1, noun, any of the 5 elements fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. Halogen 2, adjective, containing, using, or being a halogen lamp. Halt 1, adjective, lane 1. Halt 2, noun, stop. Halt 3, verb, 1 to stop marching or traveling. 2 discontinue, end. Halt protests. Halter 1, noun, 1 a rope or strap for leading or tying an animal, also headstall. 2 noose, 3 a brief blouse held in place by straps around the neck and around the back. Halter 2, verb, 1 to catch with or as if with a halter, also to put a halter on, as a horse. 2 hang, 3 impede, restrain. Halting, adjective, uncertain, faltering. Haltingly, adverb. Have, verb, 1 to divide into 2 equal parts, 2 to reduce to 1/2. Havers, noun, plural, half shares, halves. Which word should I end on? I think I'll go down. I'll keep going. Halyard, noun, a rope or tackle for hoisting and lowering as sails. Halyard is also the name of a bar that I did my first open mic in since going to New York. And I was horrible. Yeah, it was interesting. But then from there, I sort of branched out to other mics and such. That first mic was really bad. It was really, really bad. Yeah. And now it's only like kind of bad, which is good. That's called growth in my book. Where were we? Ham 1, noun, 1 a buttock with its associated thigh, usually used in plural. 2 a cut of meat, especially pork, from the thigh. 3 a showy performer. 4 an operator of an amateur radio station. Ham, adjective. Ham 2, verb, to overplay a part, overact. Hamburger, noun, 1 ground beef, 2 a sandwich consisting of a ground beef patty and a round roll. Hamlet, noun, a small village. Hammer 1, noun, 1 a hand tool used for pounding, also something resembling a hammer in form or function. 2 the part of a gun whose striking action causes explosion of the charge. 3 a metal sphere hurled by a flexible handle for distance in a track and field event, hammer throw. 4 acceleration 2. Hammer 2, verb, 1 to beat, drive, or shape with repeated blows of a hammer, pound. 2 to produce or bring about as if by repeated blows, usually used without. 3 to criticize severely. Hammerhead, noun, 1 the striking part of a hammer. 2 any of a family of medium-sized sharks with eyes at the end of lateral extensions with a flattened head. True. Hammerlock, noun, a wrestling hold in which an opponent's arm is held bent behind the back. Hammer toe, noun, a toe deformed by having 1 or more joints permanently flexed. Hammock 1, noun, a swinging couch hung by cords at each end. Hammock 2, noun, a fertile elevated area of the southern U.S. and especially Florida with hardwood vegetation and soil rich in humus. Hamper 1, verb, impede, also restrain. Synonyms, trammel, clog, fetter, shackle. Hamper 2, noun, a large, usually lidded basket. Hamster, noun, any of a subfamily of small, old world rodents with large cheek pouches. Hamstring 1, noun, any of several muscles at the back of the thigh or tendons at the back of the knee. Hamstring 2, verb, 1 to make ineffective or powerless, hamstrung by guilt. 2 to cripple by cutting the leg tendons. Wow, that is a lot, and that's a great word to end on. We're going to end on the word hamstring. We went from hack to hamstring. I love it. In the next episode, we're starting with the word hand. And you got handed to me. It's a good word to end on. I tore my hamstring. Shoot. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Ugh, we're so behind. And that's okay. That is okay. But what's not okay is some people don't know how to spell my name. Because my name is Ethan. Ethan spelled Eythen. Very important. Eythen. Third time. Eythen. Please remember. But thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and gotta catch up because I'm doing more videos. It's gonna be 366 videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.